Welcome to class number 18 of the Gospels, the study of the Holy Sacred Scriptures of the New Testament, the four Gospels. And today, our lesson is on the healing of the paralytic at the sheep pool. It's taken from the Gospel of John, chapter 5, verses 1 to 16. So let's think only from the Gospel according to John. We can count that the term of the term of the public ministry of the Lord was about 3.5 years, because John depicted mostly the events that happened in Judea, where the Lord came from, Galilee, every year for the three Jewish great feasts, right? They came up 3 times a year from Galilee and came to Judea, to Jerusalem. And what were the 3 great Jewish feasts? Easter, Pentecost, or Easter or Passover, Pentecost, and the Feast of Tabernacles, as it was the Jewish Judaic tradition. About half a year passed from the baptism. Now we're going to calculate how we get 3.5 years. So about half a year passed from the baptism of the Lord to the first Easter mentioned in the 2nd chapter of John's Gospel. Then, after that, 1 year more until the 2nd Easter mentioned in the 5th chapter. Then, a year more until the 3rd Easter mentioned in the 6th chapter, verse 4. And finally, a year until the 4th Easter, the one before which the Lord suffered. So, at the sheep's gate, so called because the sacrificial animals were driven to the sheep through it, or because there was a market for selling those animals at that place, that location. Anyway, there was a pool called Bethesda. In Hebrew, it means the house of mercy. So that goes right along with our prayer that we always pray, Lord, have mercy. Let us come to the house of mercy, to the pool of Bethesda, to the sheep gate, so we can be healed. Anyway, it means house of mercy, since the water in the bath was from a healing spring. The spring was not an ordinary healing spring. It showed healing power only at times when an angel of the Lord descended into it, stirring up the water. So the angel of the Lord comes down only at certain times into the water, stirs up the water, and only the one who first went into the pool, into the font, immediately after the disturbance of the water was healed. Here, the paralytic, who had been suffering from his illness for 38 years, because without a person to help him get into the pool quickly, he was not able to move fast enough to plunge into the font when the water was stirred. So having had mercy on him, the Lord instantly heals him with one word. He just says, "Get up, take your bed, take your mat, and walk and go." By this, he showed the superiority of his grace over the means of salvation in the Old Testament. But since it was the Sabbath, the Jews, by which the evangelist usually means the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Jewish elders who were hostile to the Lord Jesus Christ, instead of rejoicing or being surprised, they were indignant that he dared to violate the commandment about the Sabbath rest by carrying his mat. And they reprimanded him. They asked the man, who was the person who dared to allow him to carry the mat on the Sabbath? They did not ask who healed. The Pharisees didn't ask who healed him. And that's surprising. Although they didn't know for sure, they guessed that the healer was the hated Jesus of Nazareth. And therefore, they did not even want to talk about the miracle. The healed man couldn't even give them an answer because he did not even know Jesus. Probably the healed person soon went to the temple to offer gratitude to God for his healing. Here, Jesus met him with significant words. See, you are well again. Stop sinning or something worse may happen to you. From these words, it is clear that a disease can befall as a punishment for sins. But recognizing his healer, the former paralytic went and announced to all the enemies of the Lord about him, not with evil intent, but to show the authority under which he acted. This caused a new attack of anger among the Jews against Jesus, and they sought to kill him because he ignored the Sabbath. So that concludes our class today about the healing of the paralytic and the results and what the responses, or should I say the reactions, were to Jesus and to the man, take up who gave you permission, they said, to carry your bed and walk? Oh my goodness. So let us remember the mercy of the Lord endures forever. So this is our lesson for today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next lesson. God bless one and all. Bye-bye.